Hey peeps, just a quick, well, I don't know if it's going to be a quick video. Basically, need to get some stuff off my chest. It just baffles me and amazes me, not in a good way, how people will work so hard to defend their partaking in animal abuse, right? So, like, we have these bullshit belief systems put in our head when actually people just stop using their own compassion and logic when thinking about things. So like fishing, for example, I posted about a percentage of fish that don't survive after they've been caught in catch and release. But like, people are arguing against it about the percentage. It doesn't really matter about the percentage, guys. Like, just think, how would you feel being hooked in the mouth, dragged out of your home to where you couldn't breathe and were suffocating while someone's touching your skin, your protective layer, and then you just get chucked away, and then, you know, whether they live or not, they've still suffered. You're still fucking with them, you know, and just because it's something that you like to do for fun, well, some people like to rape for fun, some people like to murder for fun. Well, a lot of people like to murder for fun, or pay other people to murder for fun when they're enjoying eating these sentient beings. So, people are saying, oh, there's bigger fish... bigger fish to fry. Excuse the analogy, that's not a very good one to use because obviously not very vegan. But there's bigger issues to be looking at, they say. Well, actually, no, it's all connected. Suffering is suffering. Pain is pain. If you want to directly inflict that on another being, then that is on you. I just don't get people. What the hell? Can't you get into your head that it's all connected? We are all one. When you hurt someone else, you're hurting yourself. And by someone, I'm including the animals. They are not things. They are not property. They are not here for us to play with and toy with and use for our own amusement. This is sick. This is sick that we live in a society that fights so hard to defend animal abuse and be so blind to their own partaking in animal abuse. And it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, fucking vegans, making me feel so uncomfortable and shit. If we're not going to speak, who is going to speak up? No one. These are victims we are talking about here, and we will not be silenced, you know? It took for people to not be silent about slavery and women's rights and gay rights and all these causes of harm. Like the first prejudices, oh, I can't fucking say the word. The first time that we judge people and, you know, oppress them or whatever is when we're with food. Well, food. When we get told to eat one animal and love another, you know, when we start having that disconnect and cognitive dissonance, then you can start applying that to loads of other things. Oh, they look different to me, so I can bully them, you know. They look different to me, so they're less than me and I'm greater than them. You know, it's a ridiculous dominion that is put over these animals. They are victims. They are innocent beings that have done nothing wrong. They're just trying to get along with their lives, right? And be their part in the world to make everything run smoothly, okay? And we are either breeding the animals just to kill them, taking up land space, water consumption, you know, and also causing loads of greenhouse gases. And then there's also all the entertainment purposes. So fishing, it is cruel, guys. They cannot breathe when they're out the water. They're getting hooked in the face. You know, this is not nice for them. Yeah, you can argue that fish eat fish. Well, they just eat them whole, you know, and they know what's coming. They have a chance to get away. You know? There's also horse racing and dog racing, and then these animals just get overworked so much and then put down, you know, or they have an accident and get put down. You know, this is horrible stuff, and people bet on these things for entertainment purposes, or partake in these things for entertainment purposes. You know, yet say they're environmental or love animals. And then all I'm trying to do is put information out there, and then people can make their own choices with informed decisions. But don't try and deny that you're not partaking in the animal abuse when you are, clearly, okay? Like, I know this is a bit blunt and a bit abrupt, and yeah, not all happy, happy sunshine, but life isn't all happy sunshine. So, you know, it's fucked. Why? Oh, and then people bring out things like, oh yes, but what about bugs that you step on the ground? It's like, we can only do what's practical and practicable. How is that related to people going out of their way to cause harm to animals when they know full well the repercussions of their actions? Okay? Also, there's a mass abundance population of insects because they're so small. So nature knows they make loads of them because they're so small, right? What about these land mammals? There's only so many of them because we're breeding them to slaughter them, to eat them, to then get ill, because these are actually, you know, if we were meant to eat animals, we'd eat them bloody and raw and fresh, you know, if we were carnivores or omnivores. So actually we're more closely to necrovores, which eat decaying, putrid carcasses that are putrefying. Yes, if you eat meat, you're a necrovore, not an omnivore or a carnivore, or you'd eat it fresh. You're more like a vulture. And, you know, why are people getting heart disease, cancer, all these things? It's because they're eating so many carcasses. Basically, just stop abusing animals. Is that clear? Like, just stop abusing animals. Think more compassionately about your actions. Just, if you feel guilty or judged, that's you in your heart judging yourself because you know that it's wrong what you're doing, basically. Yeah. Oh, it's tough being a vegan because you speak up for what you believe in, for what is right, and not trying to be on my high horse or anything, because I didn't believe all these things or didn't know, wasn't privy to a lot of this information and facts, right? So I was there once too, and making daft remarks and things, you know? So it's just that I've looked into this stuff, and humans are abusing animals every day. Go and look on the kill counter. Check it out. You see the rapid amount of animals that are dying every second, and the biggest amount are sea life. You know? People want to save the oceans, yet won't stop eating fish. The disconnect is ridiculous. Connect, people. Connect to Mother Nature. Connect to your heart. Connect your compassion to the world and for others. Don't just think about yourself, you know? Ugh. It's just not hard to see, basically. It's not hard to see. So, yeah, stop trying to justify animal abuse, basically, you know? I'm just going to leave it on that. So, sorry, no positive note at the end. Although I guess one positive note is I didn't always think like this, and I was ignorant and ignoring these things. But then actually, as soon as I learnt properly, some facts were put in my face, then I listened, and I've changed my life around, and I've never felt better. And it feels great to show love and be compassionate and care than something other than myself, basically. You know, the longer I'm vegan, the more my ego is shrinking, right? But more so I'm having a proper valued self-love that is good and whole. So, yeah, sorry, not sorry if I've offended people, but basically just stop abusing animals. It's that easy, really, you know. Yeah. So, love and peace and light and knowledge to everyone. Like, wisdom will come, and the future is vegan, and it's happening, guys. So get on board, you know. Let's end the suffering, end the pain, end the violence, and live with love, peace, and compassion. Peace.